Hi, boys and girls. I was just thinking, it's a rainy afternoon, can't get outside and play a lot, so I thought maybe we could play with our numbers. I know it's letter N this week, and numbers is a good word that starts with the letter N. Also, we're learning that number 20 this week, and it's the very last number. Do you believe we went all through the numbers starting at 0 all the way up to 20? So, what I decided to do today was maybe give you some ideas of what you can do at your house while you're at home and you're working with those numbers and getting ready for kindergarten and pre-K and learning all of those numbers. So, what I have been doing is I've been having some paper and scissors and I've been cutting little squares and have decided to try to write all the numbers from 0 up into 20 on these little squares. Now I have some markers today. I did choose crayons and I did bring out some pencils, but I decided to use a blue marker today. So that's what you're going to see my numbers on. Then I kind of, as I was making them, I spread them out all over the board, so they're a little bit out of order. So the first thing I thought maybe we would try to do today is you can help me put all the numbers into an order in a row. And remember, an order is what comes next as we start to count. And then maybe we can look at a couple of different ways of how we can match numbers with counting. So if you stay with me for a little bit, I'm going to turn my camera around so I can kind of show you what I was doing with those little squares. All right? Are you ready to see all those numbers? They're a little jumbled and mixed up, but I think you'll be able to help me out here. So here we go. You might see some of the things that I've got together on the floor. I have my scissors over here that I was remembering how to hold with, and I have all the paper I was cutting with. And then, as I said, I had my crayons, I had my markers and my pencils, and I did bring some cars and My Little Ponies out, but that's for after we get these numbers back in order. So you could see that I chose the blue marker, and I wrote all the numbers that we have talked about and that we have looked about in our room. So what we're going to do is start putting them in order. So do you remember that number and what it's called? It's an oval shape, and it shows that we really have nothing. Do you remember that number that is that shows that, everybody? When we start counting, you're right. I think you found it right there. It's a 0, and it does kind of look like an oval. So I'm going to put it right there, and then we'll continue to look at these numbers. And I know we're pretty much sure that a 1 is our straight line, and here it is. I found it up here. And what we're going to do is just put them right next to each other so that we can see as we line them up. And now I've got to look for that 2. So you keep looking your eyes too. I know you're probably already pointing because you are so good at picking out your numbers. Oh, and I finally found it right here. And I'll move it right over to our row. And then I'm having to look for a 3. Now I know you are not 3 anymore. You have turned 4 and 5, but you might have a 3-year-old. Oh, look what I found right here. You might have a sibling or a cousin or a friend who is 3. And remember, last year you probably were 3 before you turned 4. And talking about 4, I think I found it right here. So I'm going to put it right in our row. Let's see how we're doing, boys and girls. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this is the number that's important to all of you this year because I know we've already had some birthdays. And I know my friends have been saying 5. Oh, wait, 5. Oh, wait, no. That has a 1 with it, so that makes it a teen number. I need that 5 just by itself. I think I've got it now, boys and girls. And now I'm looking for the 6, which is that 1. You're right. I heard you say it. The loop on the bottom, Mrs. Bassler. The loop on the bottom. Here it is. Good job. And we have our numbers all lined up. I think we're doing a pretty good job. And now I've got to go back up and find that 7. Oh, very good. I heard somebody say it has a diagonal in it. And then we're looking for the 8. Now this could be another one that don't get yourself mixed up. Don't get tricked by the teen numbers because, oh, if you are looking at this one, you do see an 8, but it has that 1 with it that makes it a teen. We need just the 8. Just like they do, the ice skaters do that figure 8 skating. Oh, here it is. Or sometimes we think it looks like a snowman. Now we're up to 9, and you're right again. The loop on the top. You are getting so smart, boys and girls. Kiss your brain. I know you have been working at home, and now we're up to our very, very first double digit, that 10. Very good. Now let's go all the way back and see if we can count those numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're up to 11, boys and girls. We're getting rid of those numbers, and look at the table's getting pretty much clean. And that's right. The 11 is a 1 and 1. We're going to put it right there, and we're going to start our whole second row. Now we need that 12. Now we know that a lot of the teen numbers have a 1 in front, and some of them give us a little clue by naming their very own name. But this number 12, it doesn't. It could be a little tricky, so we are looking for the 1 and the 2. And I saw some of you looking right at it. I know you are getting very good with your numbers. Let's keep that row going so we could get to the end. And this number's the same way, 13. It does have a 1 for the teen, but you don't know what the 13 is. I'm going to help you out. It is a 1 and a 3. So how are we doing? 11, 12, 13. Good job. Now, here's one that you're actually going to hear that clue that I was telling you about. It gives you a hint. 14. You've got it right there. I didn't trick you one bit at all, did I? All right, now here's the 15. I think we might have looked at it before, but then it had that teen number with it and we didn't know. Need it. 15. It's the one with the 5, but it has the 1, and it makes it a 15. And here we go again with that loop on the bottom for 16. And it's kind of telling you the hint. Listen, 16. Good job. We're just going to keep lining them up there, and I think they're going to be a good job. 17. How are we doing? Are we doing good? 18. 18. Do you hear it? Do you hear it? 19. There's only 2 numbers left, boys and girls. 19. You've got it. You are super. And the 20. Do you remember the 20? Mrs. LaBeouf showed us that in our lesson plans this week. It's a 2 and a 0. You've got it. I'm going to put it right there. Now, I think if we're lucky, we should have all of our numbers. Do you see them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, see them all, boys and girls? You did a wonderful job lining them up, putting them in order so they are all in their right place. So now, remember I told you that I had brought some things along. Do you remember the markers and the crayons and the cars and the ponies? Well, I decided the next thing you could do is maybe pick a number. Here's number 6. And maybe pick something that you can put with that number 6 to show that it is the number. So I'm going to take some crayons and I'm going to start lining them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should I keep going? Maybe we should count them again to make sure I'm in making a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did we match the number 6 with 6 things? And those things were crayons. We matched 6 to 6. Now I'm going to put the crayons away, and I'm going to put my 6 right back where it belongs, right next to the 4, the 5, the 6, and the 7. But I'm going to pick another number, and do you think we should make it hard? Do you think we should pick one of the bigger numbers? Like, how about number 10? Do you think we should pick 10? And then what we can do with that is pick out, how about cars? Should we try to do the cars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How are we doing? 6, 7. Should I keep going? 8, 9. Should I keep going? One more? One more, did you say? Stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Does that match that number 10? Oh my goodness. Give yourself a clap, a round of applause. You did a great job matching. So when you're done doing that, you can just put your little toys, whatever you choose. Maybe you don't have cars. Maybe you like to use horses. Maybe the boys like to do Ninja Turtles. But you can pick what you would like to do and match that number. Maybe you want to go very simple. Just a number 1. I will pick a pony. And does it have 1? Is it one little pony for the number 1? Very good. So you can keep adding like that. Another way you can do it is maybe take a look at all these numbers. Maybe if you have a sister or brother helping you, or even mommy and daddy are playing this game, they can do number looking too. And maybe you can just pick a number. And maybe you want to put it in the middle of the table and say 4. And then see if they would like to pick something that would go with 4. Maybe, how about markers? 1, 2, 3, 4. Does it go with the number 4? I bet you're doing a very good job. So, I think if we take our time and look at our numbers, we'll see them all. You can put them and make them go in order, because numbers can't be out of order. It wouldn't make any sense. Count out objects and see if you could match them and have a good time. I'm going to turn this around now so I can say hi, and hopefully you saw all the fun that we could have together. Bye-bye to next time. Practice those numbers. Bye.